Business change lives. Before I start my act, let me greet you all. Dangal greetings, everyone. For those who recognize me, well, I am Jan Joseph Yonke. And for those who love business, raise your hands and give yourself a round of applause. I guess I could give myself a clap as well. Businesses do have a lot of fields and locations around the globe, and rural or urban areas like here in the Philippines. Food and drinks, materials, arts and crafts, dry goods, businesses are most commonly found in such buildings, infrastructure, and many streets. I would like to take this opportunity. Let me ask, who among you here is an aspiring business entrepreneur and enthusiast? If you were to ask, I am a dreamer like you. I am currently taking BSBA major in marketing management in Pamantasan Ng Cabuyao. Although I am still wondering why I'm taking this degree. It feels like quirky, right? There is a question that always sticks in my mind. What is the real formula for achieving success in business? Can someone tell a secret? But you know, your future destiny still depends on your hands. Let me share this one. Do you know someone who's an aspiring entrepreneur or someone who is passionate about business? Or maybe, did you know someone who became successful in the field of business? There are people that I know who have made the business as their source of living since then. They are my aunt, Jinkili, and Jonrel Cantila. My aunt and uncle have a difficulty in their life in the past. They also came from rags, but they took their status as motivation to strive and work harder in order to build a business. Indeed, when you have a good purpose, God grants what your lives desire. My intention is not to boast, but my auntie started up a business that cost millions. From the moment she invested in a company they worked for with the said project. Later on, she built a sari-sari store in an apartment building with her own earnings. Guess what? She bought a car for transportation and transaction purposes and found a way to build their house. In the field of business, part of the process is difficult, but according to my auntie, when you are in business, there is no hard thing to do, even if you have a lot of work. Everything for your business is simple. Look, it is just a proof of how my auntie was inclined to business, right? Do you agree with it? I strongly agree with it. And as long as you have the passion for it and you know where your income should go, you can make a difference. I am so grateful to her since she helped me financially with my schooling. I know her sacrifices and ups and downs because this pandemic has reduced her income, but God is good that she is still able to manage it. The same thing happened to my uncle General. He started with 1,000 in his pocket in order to put up his dishwashing liquid business, together with his wife Auntie Chang, who is also an online seller. They promote their product to locals and on social media platforms like Facebook, and even in other places in the Philippines. It was successful in obtaining bulk orders from retail, resulting in a good income. He also bought a house and lot, a car, and an eco-friendly e-bike for their own business purposes. And apart from that, it was such an inspiration and influence for me as a marketista, for me to become a business owner as well in the near future. However, I came up with this thought: even if just one member, only one member, and every family here in the Philippines were an entrepreneur or a business owner, there would be a high possibility that no one would starve to hunger, and they could afford to buy their own primary needs for their everyday living, right? If we can do so, we will meet the standard of progress for our economy. In the digital world, citizens said that the economy here in the Philippines is deteriorating due to the imported products, which are mostly wanted and bought by Filipinos than other local products. That is one factor in our case that we need to resolve in order to save our economy and to achieve a better and more productive Philippines. Furthermore, when it comes to entrepreneurial assets, the richest person in the world, who is also a co-founder and a CEO of Tesla with a net worth of $241 billion, is Elon Musk. Do you know him? Let's find out. According to social media, he started in 1995 when he founded Zip2, a web software company that provided maps and business directories to online newspapers. According to the research, he invested his $180 million profit from PayPal. He started his 6 companies. But to make the long story short, ever since he was born into a wealthy family, he has had an open mindset and broad perspective towards his goals, which is why he reached it. Ask yourself again and again, what was I doing the moment I woke up? On my part, I started to wake up at 4:30 a.m. and eventually manage my schedule between my job as a working student and my classes daily. Here are my tips for you to become a successful entrepreneur and business owner someday. First, you must first plan your actions and possess leadership qualities. Herein, we will evaluate how to manage different types of people and organizations and assess their functions. We must have the passion for something that we do. Have willingness to learn new things. Discover and innovate to attract the attention of your co-individuals. Always believe in yourself. Know your strengths. Trust the process, knowing you're capable of it. Be responsible in doing your part. And be patient. Even though we all fail, it's part of life. You should have an entrepreneurial mindset and a huge critical thinking and creative thinking capacity for you to deal with your business according to the process chronologically. Negative situations are inevitable, which is why we have to be aware of them, and once they happen, we should think not to quit and be positive instead. Finally, I am grateful enough for who I am today. Maybe it's not yet my time, but only time will tell. Having flashback to what you have experienced during those uncertain times, is truly life-changing. You may feel like you're about to cry the moment you think about your good and bad times. And yet, it is still the best journey that you became part of it. I would like to ask again, now that you have known the secret to becoming a successful entrepreneur, are you willing to be part of the aspirants? If you do, start now. Plan ahead and invest now for the assurance of tomorrow. For you will be better and blessed. Never forget your family and most of all God, who gave you the chance to exist. I leave this Bible verse and I hope that you inculcate this into your minds and always remember whatever situation experience you are having. This is from Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Once again, I'm John Joseph Yonke, your TED speaker for today. Kudos and may God bless us all.